What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today we're going to be talking about the multiplayer updates and overhaul I didn't expect to see for Season 3, some crazy discoveries, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and also as a reminder, there's plenty of brand new content going up over on dkdynamite.com for those that want additional coverage of multiplayer, Warzone and Zombies, even Warzone Mobile, plus plenty of tweets every single hour on Detonated's Twitter. As a reminder, today is Friday, which means another brand new episode of the Bombshell podcast. It'll be live streamed here on the channel in the next few hours as this video does go live, but if you guys are watching this video after the podcast happened, you can always replay the episode in the public Bombshell playlist that I'll have linked down below. But a couple of days ago, the Jack Backsaw kit did come out for the Holger 556. I started a brand new series where every single Wednesday we'll go ahead and just do the weekly challenges, unlock the brand new aftermarket parts, and I post a video breaking down what the easiest challenges were and just how cool the brand new amp actually is. And the Holger 556 amp ended up being bugged for like an hour or whatnot, but they ended up fixing it. Sometimes we've had a couple of issues trying to unlock a brand new aftermarket part where it'll be bugged for a good day or even as long as a week. But next week we should be getting the release of the Bas-B lever action rifle amp, which I believe gameplay did leak out for. If I could find it, I'll put it on screen so you guys can see. But what's cool is that in the brand new Juggermosh LTM, a lot of the amps are attached to the default weapons that they require you to use. So that's cool. You can get a bit of a taste of what they're like. But over on detonated.com, we do have an article that's getting updated every week, telling you guys what all the brand new weekly challenges are and what the amp is that you'll get by doing the weekly challenges for that specific week. That'll be linked down below for those out there that want to read up on all the brand new challenges if they're maybe not in front of their game. But the first thing I want to go over is that the Quick Fix perk is rumored to return inside of Season 3. So leakers out there have claimed that a compression carrier is coming in the form of a new piece of gear. It should be in Season 3, and what this compression carrier does is it reduces 20% of the health regen time and will immediately let you regen health after you get a kill. So this is something that, again, sounds exactly like Quick Fix, and we actually had this perk inside of Modern Warfare 2, but for whatever reason, this game, Modern Warfare 3, didn't launch with it. And I find that a bit ironic considering that this game has a higher TTK. So what that'll mean is that if you're in a pretty crazy gunfight, it'll take you some extra bullets to kill that other person, considering how much extra health you have in this game versus last year's Call of Duty title. So if you get into a scenario where maybe you get a chain feed, 3, 4, maybe even 5 kills, if you were lucky enough to get those kills, then you're probably like 1 HP by the time you finish getting everybody, because unless the people had their back turned to you, you probably took a bunch of damage while trying to kill everybody. So if you're playing hardcore, that obviously doesn't matter, but in regular core, Quick Fix could really come in clutch. And last year, Modern Warfare 2, that game had a much lower TTK, which meant you probably had a higher chance of getting a huge chain feed. Even with the lower health, you were able to go ahead and probably take out those enemies faster. But in this game, I think Quick Fix is one of the more important perks that we actually need. I'm honestly surprised we didn't get this at launch, like I said, but better late than never, and this is honestly going to be a bit of an overhaul to multiplayer. You're going to start seeing a bit of different player behavior. You're going to be seeing gunfights take place a bit differently, and I think it's honestly going to serve as one of the better updates we've ever seen for Modern Warfare 3, and maybe just one of the better updates that any COD in recent years has gotten during post-launch. So with the release of this new gear, there's going to be a little opportunity to go ahead and use a stim shot. I just don't think it'll be necessary anymore, and you guys probably aren't using stim shots anyway. Those are probably more useful over in Warzone, but this is great for those out there that have been asking for this perk. Sledgehammer's definitely been listening to all the fan feedback that they possibly could. Now before we continue, I just wanted to remind you about MitchCactus.com, where you can get assistance grinding camos, nukes, or schematics in MW3. These guys do not use unlock tools or any bannable methods and will actually help you play the game. Mitch Cactus is also supported by Trustpilot with over 10,000 verified reviews. You can use code Dynamite for a limited time to save 5% off your order. But on top of that, other gear that's apparently included in Season 3 reportedly includes the Dauntless boots, ninja gloves, a compression plate, and even a pistol vest. Now we have a compression carrier vest and a compression plate. Not sure if those go hand in hand with one another, we'll just have to wait and see. But if all these perks are coming in Season 3, what does that scream to you guys? A literal overhaul. I mean, that's a lot of different perks that are really going to change the way the game plays, the way the game feels. I'm going to guess some of these may drop at the beginning of the season, some could be saved for the mid-season, but I'm I'm looking forward to seeing how many multiplayer perks end up getting added into the Season 3 roadmap. Marketing should begin shortly after the launch of Warzone Mobile, so probably around March 27th, we'll end up getting a full reveal and a blog post, hopefully, for our 3rd season here. That's not all. In terms of crazy surprise updates that we didn't expect, we also have brand new aftermarket parts coming to Modern Warfare 2 weapons. So I touched on this briefly in my previous Season 3 news roundup, but wanted to make a dedicated video for this. Reportedly, weapons like the M4, M16, KV Broadside, and the Lockwood MK2 are set to receive amps at some point in our 3rd season. So this is crazy considering that we don't have a single aftermarket part for any Modern Warfare 2 weapon. All of them that have released are for brand new MW3 weapons, so it's cool to see Sledgehammer revisiting weapons that already came out last year and giving them some more love here in MW3's life cycle thanks to Carry Forward. That's actually crazy, and I've seen some criticism for MW2's weapons in this game, and the criticism usually says, oh, well, Sledgehammer doesn't really touch the old weapons, they're not really viable against the new ones, and although they get buffed or nerfed every now and again, they're still just never really worth using over the brand new Modern Warfare 3 weaponry. So maybe this will give some love to those MW2 weapons in a way where you'll want to use an M4 or a KV Broadside again, depending on what amp ends up dropping. I'm really curious to see how powerful those amps are going to be compared to the newer MW3 ones. But overall, I'm not against Carry Forward at all. I think it's cool every other year to get a Carry Forward option, so I wouldn't obviously want that for Black Ops 2024, aside from maybe being able to use your operators or celebrity skins, even Black Cell. That's fine, but when it comes to weapons and blueprints, I think that's better saved for every other game, so that let's say we get another Black Ops game in 2025, that game could offer Carry Forward where you can bring in your Black Ops 2024 content into that next title. I think Carry Forward's a cool concept. It's something that people have been asking for many years. Warzone technically already offers that with letting you use everything from about 3 games at a time, but when it comes to multiplayer, I think it's cool to see the weapons from the last game usable in a newer title, but it almost makes sense they're not going to be as viable as the newer weapons that they want you to use and the newer weapons that they want you to buy bundles for. So that's probably something they have to work on in the future with how to update an older game's set of weapons in comparison to the newer ones they're introducing. But we're also supposed to be seeing an aftermarket part for the RGL launcher. I'm not kidding. So apparently there's going to be an option to change the projectiles that are shot from the RGL. I'm actually curious how this will be implemented though, because there isn't even a gunsmith option for the RGL. It's actually grayed out in the menus. You can only change your camo and some other customization options for the weapon if you want to put a sticker on it, a charm. That's about it. You can't actually put on any attachments. So I'm wondering if the gunsmith option will become available to use just because of the aftermarket part if they add this in. Again, take all rumors with a grain of salt, but with the launch of Season 2 Reloaded, the usual leakers out there did go ahead and find a ton of brand new amps that are reportedly coming to the game really soon. Now, the RGL could already be frustrating to go up against inside of regular matches of multiplayer, especially hardcore, so can't even imagine how much crazier games are going to get if there's a new projectile you can shoot from one of these things. But the last thing I'll end with is the following list of amps that are coming to MW3's set of weapons. Now, some of these could be for the MW2 ones, but we'll just have to end up figuring out what these are for once we get closer to Season 3 marketing. But apparently we're going to be seeing amps for a lever stock, a jugger brake, a Mag 20 68R, a Veco Rec, a Veco Mag, ammo _762, which is probably just the ability to change the ammo type on one of our existing weapons. We have the Barcel 300, the Mag 300, a stock 300, a Rec amp, iron amp, a bar amp, a stock, and even a 50B. So these are apparently, according to leakers, the amps for MW3 weapons, but who's to say that some of these aren't for actual Modern Warfare 2 weapons, right? Maybe the MW2 weapons don't really get anything crazy amp-wise. They end up just getting like a new stock or a new mag, something not as crazy as what we've been getting for MW3 weapons, like the Jack Bagsaw or the Jack Burnout. But right now, that's the list we have that apparently is for Season 3, but it, of course, could even be something for Season 4 and beyond. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the brand new Overhaul that I believe is coming in Season 3 when it comes to quick fix, a bunch of amps for Modern Warfare 2 weapons, and even a bunch of brand new pieces of content for our MW3 weaponry? Leave our thoughts down below. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.